morning, and welcome to the Bethlehem Morning Show.
Why don't we give her a hand clap? Come on, that was pretty good. That was
good.
Pretty good.
That was good.
I rate her a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, she's top of the list for the best opening act.
Because she did it, you know. We've had other people take a lot longer to actually open up.
It's always funny though when they realize, like, oh boy, they're serious. So good.
Well, like we told Sister Anna, it's our tradition here. Any guest that we have, it could have been Bobby, Ellie, or my brother, but
go ahead, Sister Ellie. Let's hear your version of the
let's hear your
opener
version
for the morning show.
Let's hear your version of opening up.
It's okay, we already did it.
Well, welcome to the Bethlehem Morning Show. We're so happy to be here with our special guest this morning. We have a beautiful arrangement setting on our table. You'll learn more about that shortly. Sergio, before we do, bro, you've been on an adventure, and I want to know about what you've been up to, man.
Well, an adventure is one way to put it, I guess. But, yeah, I just got back from a conference last week. Yes, sir.
You are always gone somewhere.
It's what it seems. I guess it feels like it, huh? It does feel like it, especially not being here on with you. I miss you, bro, on Sundays. But, yeah, we just got back from our Spanish General Ministry Conference, and, bro, we had a great time. It was, honestly, it's probably the funnest conference I've been to this year. Not only just to attend, but to be a part of. And so, bro, we've had a phenomenal time, such a great outcome. We doubled in number. So awesome. Last year we had about 200 people. Now we had about 400 people. A lot of new faces, a lot of new pastors, like independent, not independent in the way that we would think about it, but just independent pastors who don't really fellowship. A lot of people coming in. Bro, we just had a phenomenal time. You know, you'd have to ask me questions because I would just sit here and ramble.
Yeah, you know, we pick on you a lot about being gone a lot, but Sergio really does. He has a Spanish work, and he is really, really working the kingdom. Right. And we're so proud of him, though, even though we pick on him a lot. About, like, where's Sergio? Somebody come up, I think it was Brother Ethan. He's like, we need to do a segment on Sergio about where's Waldo. Because he's always gone somewhere. That's coming, bro.
That'd be fun. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. You never know where we'll end up.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about this conference you've been at this weekend.
Well, so what it was our Spanish General Ministry Conference. So the idea behind it was that we have our English Ministry Conference, the general one we have every year around the summer. And so the Spanish one is one that we kind of obviously want to orient towards Spanish-speaking people. Right now, the AOJC has been seeing a lot of growth in the Hispanic ministries through different areas, different states, and really the whole vision behind it has been kind of unifying us because a lot of times what happens is like a lot of churches in the Hispanic movement, we all kind of know each other, but there's not really any tight fellowship. And so at a general ministry conference, the idea is to kind of everybody get to know everybody, pastors get to, get connected and stuff like that, young ministers and preachers. And really, bro, it's just been wonderful fruit. We've seen so much unity, so much growth, and really just watching how the Lord is just growing through the Hispanic speaking church in the AOJC. So, bro, it's just awesome. I had a good time. I had the privilege to play music. I played guitar, and, bro, we had such a good time. I honestly can't think of any more fun conference I played at this year, so it's just been so fun.
Yeah, I watched several of your clips that you posted on Reels or whatever you call all that stuff.
Right.
It was you could tell you were having a good time.
Oh, bro, it's one thing where you can just get up because everybody, everything was just done with excellence from the speaker lineup. Just everything was completely done with such an excellence. And the musicians, we came in, we were all ready, so we were able to just have a fun time. We weren't stressed out about hitting a wrong note, doing something wrong. It was just about we got this set excellence, so now we can have fun with it. We can worship God and express ourselves truly through it. So it was just so fun.
We find a lot of times when we are in amongst what, we call it our people or whatever, a lot of times just trying to relate. But when we're in that relatable place, it's like we really open up and there's a whole nother us comes out of us. And that's always fun. It's always, you step into something that you don't just step into all the other times. And I'm sure you felt that.
Well, I like how you said that, because that is true. Spanish music in some ways does differ from like our typical English I guess you could say vibe or whatever. But yeah, so we have a lot of songs, a lot of like rhythms and things that's just, the culture's just different, not different in a sense to where it's like people aren't welcome. There was English speaking people there.
Right.
We had typically it's Spanish speaking people having a headset. Well, we had English people in the service with a headset.
That's cool.
So they were enjoying it, bro. They got to witness and see part of the Hispanic culture, and it was just awesome.
So do you think Bobby could have fit in on the praise team?
Dude, Bobby, yes. Dude, Bobby, absolutely. You know, I think he would have done a phenomenal job up there, singing Elias Oraba. He was singing it just now, honestly.
Yeah, one thing about it is none of the English people would have understood him, so he wouldn't have mattered if he messed up or not.
Yeah.
No one would have understood him.
The Spanish or the English-speaking people.
Yeah.
He could have pretty much done this one on his own little limb out there.
He could have hit his own little thing.
Yeah.
Y'all would have just thought he
That's
was
right.
in key and everything, huh?
Yeah. Well, bro, I'm so
bro.
glad you had a good time.
It was fun. I do want to give a shout out and a thank you to Pastor Angel Soto and Pastor Joseph Perez, because they were the ones leading this conference, and they did it with excellency, and the anointing was over them. So I'm just thankful for that.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Well, while you were out on the field, while you were out doing kingdom work, there was some more people around here having some wars.
Uh-oh.
And rumors of wars. That's what I've heard is rumors of wars. I wasn't part of the war.
These signs.
There will be signs.
There will be signs.
There's signs on the table of the wars. So he said that's too good a toilet paper. We bought cheaper stuff. So there's been some battles going on around here in Bethlehem with some yard rollings.
Some yard rolling.
And we have narrowed it down to the culprits.
Wow.
It's going to be a lot of finger pointing go on this segment, I'm pretty sure. But these guys and ladies have had a tremendous time around here in the past few weeks, and it's this is going on for years now. Am I correct?
I think this was the second year of like the intense. Yeah, just a bad time to be in Bethlehem. October.
But correct me if I'm wrong. But this is 2 years worth of yard rollings with the same toilet paper.
Yes, that is correct.
That is awesome.
What?
Not us.
What?
That's dedicated to your TP, bro. The same. They're reusing toilet paper.
What is this? Like TikTok toilet paper? This
It's
is a TikTok
recycled,
symbol.
bro.
No, whatever they put in the other person's
That's TikTok
car.
toilet paper. Look at that.
The look on your face of when I said recycled, you was like, huh.
Right, like, yeah.
No, it's so whatever we clean up, we just keep.
Right.
So I believe that y'all started it, right?
Yes,
Last
we
year,
did.
y'all started it. It was y'all and like Kate, Carson.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Who all was on y'all's team?
I don't
last
remember
year?
the first time, but yeah, Ellie and I started.
It was absolutely y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all started it.
Listen, we did start
very
it.
He has
beginning.
walked up with
Blazing.
something to say.
I never would have. I never would.
Okay.
Okay, that's a fact.
Truly.
He's like,
I
we would
definitely
not
would
get
not have
the
done-
V's house,
Yeah, I would not
but
have
then
done the
y'all
pastor's
opened
house.
up this big,
It wasn't y'all. The reason we started to roll the pastor's house, we found out Sister V was the getaway driver.
She was.
That is true.
She had
That
that
is
That's
Suburban out
funny.
there.
Might I add, she
It was
volunteered
black.
to do
You
that.
couldn't
That
see
is
it.
funny.
But I will say, this year, since she didn't come with us, we did do a better job because she's always rushing us. Say, guys, you got it good enough. Let's go.
Hey, completely off topic. Someone just bought our first tickets for a Christmas Carol.
Cool.
Yay.
Just got the notification.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about that Christmas carol?
December 6th and 7th.
We're like all over the place. We're from
Yes.
Spanish work to toilet paper to
December
Yeah.
6th and 7th, we're doing a Christmas Carol. It's the third year that we've done it. I sent out a survey, and everybody was saying, do it again, do it again. So
Yeah.
we are doing it again. We're really excited.
That's awesome.
Really excited. We're taking it to the prisons this month. And then, yes, we're excited. But yes, tickets are on sale now. December 6th and 7th, the Christmas Carol. And back to our toilet paper wars.
You know,
so who? Go ahead.
well, I'll tell you what I think, Brother Craig. They said they were recycling the toilet paper to use it back on each other. I would have just used it for myself, you know? Like,
Boy,
well,
got
because I
leaning
mean,
all
like,
over
you
it.
got to think about it. A lot of times that toilet paper, a lot of it doesn't hit the ground. It's
You
just
know-
hanging. So I'd collect the hanging part and just keep it for myself.
Okay, the hanging part would be different.
You don't
but
wanna
like
go-
this
No,
has
oh,
been
yeah,
a different
not-
level. Like we've
We
been
will
like
get there.
shredding in the yards, like these little bitty
So
pieces.
y'all literally
of,
collect these shreds
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that.
just to dump
No
them back
waste
out.
Oh, yeah.
whatsoever.
Well, okay, so they started it last year, and then
We
I
have
believe
videos,
we
too,
got
so
them.
So we'll pause in a second to watch some videos too. But keep going.
I believe we got them back last year, right?
They
One
got us,
time.
and then we got them back. Yes.
Yes,
And
okay.
Then,
Yeah.
then
Somebody
I sat,
pop some popcorn. This is getting good.
And then the next day, I sat in the foyer.
No. You're skipping pieces of the story.
Okay.
You are.
You
so
should
we
know by
went
now to let your wife
eat.
tell the story.
They got sneaky. We went to eat with some of our friends, and they found out that we don't get any ideas through all this. No, it wasn't.
That was after. Yep. So
Was
you're
it?
skipping. Yeah. So here we are. Not saying I'm right, but no. So after we got them the first time, we were getting them back.
You see that look you're getting, right?
I am. The next day, I sat in the foyer watching Sister V and Ellie
That is so
clean
good.
it up. They cleaned up their yard, and I sat there watching them. And we're about to watch a video, so Brother Layden, if you can cue that up. I sat and watched, and they put it on the front porch. So, okay. Yeah, so they're putting it on the front porch. Go ahead and skip down to the next video. So I drive over.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't see it.
Hey, Anna, do you know how to change the inspector or whatever to make it go up? It's cut off. It's a point.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty. Do I go
You
back
went in
there?
stealth mode, bro. I don't even see you going to get it.
Because it's
like
cut
that
off.
toilet paper
Okay,
is
so
really there.
when we play this video, you're gonna see me drive over to the Dunwoody's house. Let's see, is there another part of the story that we can tell before? Because this is
This is the behind the scenes.
it is behind the scenes.
This is behind the
This
scenes.
is
We are
what you
using-
call. This is not what you call technical difficulties. This is what you call TP difficulties.
Yeah, TP difficulty. That's exactly right.
We just need to see the top part of that video.
If you know, you know.
Not the, which it may be perfect on
Yeah.
the live stream. It may be perfect.
This is just the infrared camera that
Just
night.
to let everybody know, this action right here is what really started the war.
What?
This.
I wouldn't say it started it, but this like amplified
No,
it.
that's why we got shady the next
Not
time we
the
rolled their
screen
house.
recording.
So I seen it. They cleaned it up, and then I drive over to the Dunwoody's house. You can see the white car
Top
pulling
left.
into the left house on the top. And then I'm getting out of the car, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to open up both doors, so I'm ready to put that toilet paper in the car.
Peep the
I
date.
run over to the Vazquez's house. I'm running. Yep.
So I'm picturing this is what an Amazon thief is
I'm
like.
going to get every bit of the toilet paper they cleaned up to save. And I'm assuming to use on our yard, but they ain't going to get it on our yard.
I'm
this
surprised
time.
the dog didn't start barking.
So
Was it
I
Paisley?
have all the toilet paper, and I'm running. You can see the toilet paper just like,
It's like the Grinch.
yeah, it is like the Grinch, yeah. I am a mean one. No.
So wait, this is my question. They neatly
Yes.
organized that?
So they
Y'all
cleaned it
neatly
up.
organized that toilet paper?
They put it in trash bags in a box.
And you
yeah,
collected it.
and I took it back. They
Genius.
weren't going to throw it
Really,
on
we
our
were
yards.
just going to throw it away. We weren't even
So
gonna
they
use it on
recycled
your
your own
yard.
toilet
I
paper.
was paranoid. I was afraid you were going to use it on our yard, so I was going to take it back before you could do that. So now it's your turn.
So we went to dinner with our friends, and they got tricky. They found out that we were gone and decided to roll our yard while we were not there. So we could not even protect our own yard.
So
And, yeah.
Well, do you want to know?
I can tell you
We're
how
not
that,
gonna.
Is this news?
We're not gonna drop names.
You know who it was?
We're not gonna drop names on the morning show
national television.
because they might get me back for this. No, it actually was their idea.
Are you talking about Brian and Leather?
Hold on, Ellie. So I was working with Brian. I was his helper. Okay.
That's crazy.
Sorry, Brian and Leather. I tried.
So I was working with Brian, and I told him about it. I kept him updated. We just talked on the job, whatever, and I was like, so yeah, bro, we got them. Then they stole all this stuff. And he was like, well, man, I'll tell you what. We're going out to eat sometime. I was like, you lying. And so me and Brian were tight, so I was like, okay. So they were in, was it Tupelo?
Did the camera get that?
I hope so.
Brother Aaron just about face planted in the steps.
Thank you, Aaron. So y'all
What
went
happened?
to Tupelo, right?
Yes.
That's like a 50-minute drive
Yes.
to y'all's house or whatever. He let us know the second y'all got there. So
That
y'all
is
sat down,
so
eating,
cruel.
whatever. And he actually didn't let us know when y'all were leaving, so y'all were almost home and we were still at y'all's house.
even the better part was they actually had
Your part
planned
wasn't no
on
good.
going rolling yards with us that night and getting you guys back. They're like, we want to go the next time you go.
Which is
They're
so
like, wait,
funny
we're
because
supposed to be
while
going
we're
out
at
and
the
hanging out.
restaurant, we were planning to go and roll yards, like with them at the restaurant.
Bro,
The
what a double
big
agent.
mess.
Friendship.
We knew
Big
y'all were
mess.
coming back when you left. It was like, what was it, like 8 o'clock when we were out there rolling? I mean, it was early. It was barely even dark yet.
Yeah, that's why I was shook. And then we pulled up and
It
we
was
seen
terrible.
it.
So
And it was bad.
I mean, we were on the roof. We rolled there like,
They rolled our roof.
Yeah.
did.
got on the roof.
Yes.
Yes.
So just try to speed up the story a little bit. So we cleaned it up, and I believe we had 7 trash bags full of toilet paper, and we considered getting it back that year, but just didn't happen. So I saved it all year long, put it in our shop, our storage room. I saved
You
it.
started
all
the hoarding
year.
of toilet paper.
I
You started that
He
around
did.
here.
He
I
did.
So I saved it, and we knew this year that we had to get you back before y'all got us, because we knew you were going to get us, especially since we had insider information and we heard that Kate.
No.
Actually,
okay.
Kate had planned her own thing. We told her we weren't rolling y'all's house.
Well, we
Well,
heard.
y'all were
we heard that
just
Kate
collateral.
had
we
plans.
actually had no intentions of rolling
That
you
is
guys
true.
this year.
Okay.
We had full
Like
intentions of
zero.
getting y'all's
Our-
yard this year.
Our intel was saying that the Vazquez were going to roll our yard again, so we were going to get you before you got us.
I would just like to say,
We're not naming names.
I would just like to say,
I guarantee you he was
Medea
in the
said
middle of it.
best, get you before
He
you
was.
get got.
So we try. We tried. We did dump 7 bags on the yard.
But we got caught. They
We did
caught
get
us.
Sister V said, you can stop whenever you'd like.
Well, the
So
thing
I
is,
finished
Bobby
the
is
bags.
not a quiet roller. Like, he's not afraid of getting caught. If Bobby rolls your house, it's just going to be like he was talking
That's
normal.
the fun part.
Bobby
Exa-
and Jay.
that's-
Hey, I don't
if
know
you
about
wanna
that not
get
being
caught,
scared to
don't
get caught
go rolling
part.
with Bobby.
That's true.
I don't know about that not being scared to get caught part. You remember?
We'll get there. We'll
That's
get
all
there.
I'm
We'll
gonna say.
get there.
Okay,
Nah,
we're
he
gonna
ain't
get there in a
scared.
second.
Bobby and JT, that's what I think about.
Let's not.
So when Bobby first come on the scene around here, we were at tent revival, our very first tent revival. A lot of us were going to roll yards after that one night, and that's when Bobby shows up around here. He was here as a kid, but this is when he first started really dug in and became a part of the youth. He done followed me from Potts Camp, like literally on my bumper with his lights on bright. Gets out at my house. I can't see, Craig. This is when he was 17 for like 10 years around here. So this all started over rolling yards. He's been instigating ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby.
Get to their first time at
Okay.
our house.
So,
First time they rolled our
okay. So we tried to get their house, got whatever. So then I had a little inside person, and I told him I was don't say. So no. So I had a little person, and I told her I was like, or him, her or him. I was like, you need
Her?
to
We'll
find out
expose in a minute.
Who's her?
when they're gonna try to come back.
We know.
So that we know and we're ready, and because Ellie, she was like, y'all are gonna be picking up toilet paper every week, and I was like, no. So I had a little inside person, and we found out like who all was going, what time they were trying to be there, all the good stuff. So we were fully prepared. And instead of just waiting for them to come and stopping them, I was like, why don't we get them while they're trying to get us? So the plan worked out beautifully. It was absolutely amazing. It was awesome. So
We were
I,
so mad that night.
oh, it was
We were
fantastic.
so mad.
It was
Pray about that
so
It was like
spirit.
3 in the
Good.
morning too.
Okay, so what happened was me and Bobby and DJ were waiting for them to leave, all their big crew, and Ethan was going to wait at the house for them to arrive there. So I left a little early, and we were waiting. We went and waited at the church.
Almost got caught waiting.
Oh, 1,000% almost got caught. So we're waiting, and then we start hearing voices, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're coming over to the church. So I duck in the back, and Bobby puts his head under a hood, and DJ's just kind of sitting there. And we hear Aaron Hughes say, there is somebody in that car. And we thought we were busted, whatever. But they didn't see me. They only seen Bobby and DJ. So Bobby gets out. He's like, I'm just going to talk to him. And Bobby's like, yeah, me and DJ were fighting. We didn't want Eli to hear, blah, blah, blah. And at this point, Ava's birthday party was that weekend. So Zach, Ashley, Abby, and Jonathan were all at the church trying to decorate. So some of them actually joined us and were hiding there with us. They were hiding. Yeah, they were hiding.
They were hiding right behind the van they were getting in.
No, they were on the ground. They were hiding behind your car. And so when that happened, we thought we were busted. So I yelled out the car. I was like, hey, y'all stay right here. We're going to go ahead and leave. And so we did. And then when they ended up leaving, Zach told us, he was like, well, first of all, they thought they had caught DJ and Bobby kissing in the car.
We were not.
I was
like
hiding in the
midnight,
back.
And we didn't see Anna, so we only saw two heads. I was
We're
like,
just going to walk away.
they're by
That
themselves.
was so funny.
I was
We
like,
would
this
have
is
stayed and
sketchy.
talked, but
Yeah. Oh, it
We
was so
didn't want
funny.
to.
So they finally
They're gonna
left.
get us cut.
What? No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No. So they left, and Zach and them let us know that they left, and it was beautiful. Like, we had plenty of time.
The cameras were blacked out.
Yes. Like, we got their house good. Was it good? It was
and
pretty
my
good.
mom went out there because she thought she heard something, and she didn't even see him. Like, you guys were out there hiding, and she didn't even see
Yeah.
him.
Oh, we hid.
Thank
we hid
you,
good.
Jonathan and Moretta.
So that whole time, I was home with Mila.
Yes.
I was there ready to receive. Yeah, so can you play the next video, Brother Layden, if you can go? So you can see I was standing in our living room, and I was just waiting, just watching them walk down the road. They were they were coming. So Anna told me to let them get started, so that y'all have plenty
so
of
that
time.
we had time to get their house.
Yes, so I let them get started. I was out there the whole time. Y'all were rolling. I was out there. I had a black cape on, so you couldn't see, but I actually had Mila with me. She was asleep on my shoulder. And then you can go ahead and play the next video. So a car comes. You're like, everybody get down. Everybody get down. And they go running.
They set the alarm off right there, too,
well,
right?
You can play the next video. It's the same event, but from the other angle. They're just dropping to the ground. Yeah, so if you actually see in line with where they were standing, all the way to the right side of the video, play it again. You can see a little shadow. That's me. Go to the other video. You're right there. Yeah, I'm right there with them.
You're literally
you can
right
see a little
beside
shadow. Yep, that's me. I stay there. Yeah, so I'm right there the whole time, just watching them. And then they come back. And Mila starts coughing. And Daniel, I think it is, Daniel Barber, and he's like, shh, you're being too loud. You're being too loud. He's shushing my daughter. And then I see Avery over here, and then he's warning me because we do have a camera that has an alarm, and that's what you're seeing. And he was talking to me saying,
Say that's what I was seeing.
So what?
He was impersonating Daniel.
Oh. But Brother Avery, he was warning me. He was like, "You're getting too close. You're getting too close. You're going to set the alarm off." Like to my house.
He didn't realize it was
He's telling you this.
Yeah, he's telling me
It
this.
was
He
dark.
doesn't know.
We
He
couldn't
thinks
tell.
I'm one of them. So I just start walking closer and closer to him, and then he realizes it's me. I'm like, I'm trying to tell him, don't say anything. But he just runs off, and then everybody leaves.
Let me just tell you my POV, me and Kirsten, because I don't know what it was. This night we were a little bit panicky.
Well, you know what I love about this whole segment is the first thing out of y'all's mouths was we're not name dropping. And I've heard every name that was involved.
So true.
I
Okay,
never
well,
said
Kirsten
that.
was with us.
You never said
I
that.
never said it. They said
You
it.
came
I
up
started-
here to put people on blast.
It was me, Madison, Aaron, Kirsten, Eli, Avery,
can
and
actually-
Daniel.
You can actually skip down. We have
Wait,
a
wasn't this the
picture
first
of
one?
everybody.
Oh, yeah, we do have a picture of people as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, me and Kirsten, I don't know. We're
That's it.
not. See, the rest of them are kind of brave, and being a little too brave will get you caught.
Notice how they're in the back.
And so we kind of like start at the bottom of the yard and tiptoe our way up just in case we get caught. So it's easier. A quick Bob, and that's why he gets caught. So we were just out by the mailbox, kind of starting to shred a little bit, and then we hear an alarm go off and blue lights start flashing. And I don't know what Kirsten thought, but she thought the cops were chasing us. And we start bolting back to the van. But we get winded, and so we're stopping in somebody's yard because, well, I told Eli and them at the beginning, I'm like, I'm not getting in a ditch, and I'm not going to hide out by the road. I'm not getting hit. And so they're out. Avery's already fallen into the ditch. The rest of them are hiding, hunkered down in the ditch. And so me and Kirsten are like,
Dude,
we're not.
okay.
If we get in the ditch, we're not getting out of the ditch.
So Avery wasn't in the. I mean, Ellie wasn't in the ditch, but Avery fell like a sack of potatoes. Just.
We heard it. I was like, oh my gosh, what
like,
was that?
I'm telling you, I think his bones like clattered whenever he hit, because all you heard was like.
Yeah.
It was like.
Well,
So-
we started
it was
running,
scary.
and we got a little bit freaked out because they were out by the ditch and there was cars driving by. And so we start running, and somehow we ended up in someone's yard. We get winded because we have not ran like that in too long. And Aaron Hughes thinks it's a good idea to park way off. No one else can run but Aaron and Eli, if you want to call it that. But we get winded. I'm like, do we really want to go? We're halfway through. Do we really want to run the whole way back, or are we just going to go back because they're rolling the house again? And so we did eventually. And then
everybody, y'all left.
we were trying to get back to the van. They were, okay, we'll go back and roll their house now. And so we see them out in the yard. We're like, we'll just go back. We're already fed up at this point from running. We ran back and forth twice at this point. And so then we're in the yard for like maybe 30 seconds, and we hear, he's chasing us, he's chasing us. I'm like, who's chasing us? You're not communicating. And so we start running back again, and by the time we get to the van,
in a black cape.
like, he's in a costume, he's chasing us. I was like, oh my gosh, who's chasing us? Is it the cops? Kirsten is under the impression that the cops were chasing us. And so we're at the van. We can't breathe at this point. And when I tell you, like, me and Kirsten, we had to sit in the car the rest of the time. Like, we didn't roll houses the rest of the night. We got accused of rolling houses. We were winded. We could
We
not.
had one
so
more
y'all-
target that we rolled, and they were in the car the whole time.
Yeah.
So y'all left, and then I went out and I cleaned up all the toilet paper, like the rolls that were not used. So I took them. And then later that night, they realized that they go by their house and they realize they've been rolled. So they actually think that, I think, Allie, maybe? I think y'all think Allie rolled
That
y'all.
was one of
No,
the
we
people.
thought Allie rolled our house.
Yeah. So y'all come back and you're trying to get the toilet paper that y'all left, but I had already collected it. Now I wasn't going to give it to you. But they're like, we'll pay you for it. It was at this point you couldn't get any from anywhere
Well,
because
me and
like
Eli
Walmart's
spent like
closed and all that.
$50 on this toilet paper.
45.
Ethan was holding it like
I was-
hostage. He was not giving it back.
I was
so-
about up to
so-
here that night.
Y'all are all up there. You're talking with me on our porch. We can play a little bit of this, the one video where it's like Ellie's head. It's right before that picture that we just showed.
They're trying to get me to come out there. They think that I'm in the house.
But she's not.
She's not even
we have a
there.
question. I know she's on the pod.
Okay, you can stop that, Billie Jean.
I'm on the porch.
I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah,
and
you
stop
can stop that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trying to get me to come out because they think I'm inside of the house and I wasn't just rolling their yard. So then what? Oh, so me, Bobby, and DJ, he's bringing me home. We're done at this point, and I
We
see
waited
all
for the
these-
reaction, and they never came back.
Yes. So we pull in, and there are so many vehicles in my driveway, my poor neighbors. And Eli starts walking down the hill to, like, shake Bobby's hand or whatever, like, whatever. And then I step out of the car, and Eli's jaw, he just, like,
It immediately, everything made
Dropped.
sense from
Yeah.
that point forward. I was like, because
and
I was confused the whole
It was
time.
Hey, Bobby.
fantastic. And I walked up the hill, and Aaron Hughes was like, what is going on? Yeah, he was so confused. It worked out beautifully. Like, that whole plan was just fantastic. And, like, their reaction to finding out that we were there, oh, my goodness, it was fantastic.
We need to fast forward to
Yes.
that next
So y'all cleaned up.
Friday.
Yeah.
Y'all cleaned up. And then
Yeah,
the
tent
next
revival.
Tent revival, Friday night. We had turned our cameras off that week. save battery,
Biggest
and we
mistake
forgot to turn
ever.
them on a Friday night in October. We forgot
We
to turn
were
our cameras
tired.
on.
In our defense, it was tent revival
Yeah.
weekend. We were wore
Like
out,
prime
so
time,
we weren't
though,
even
for them to
thinking
get
about
us.
it.
And they got us. They got us good. If you can go to that next, I think it's just a picture, maybe. And this is that's a video. Go to the picture next. So like they got us good.
Oh yeah, they
Hold on,
tore
you
our
got to
house
show Ellie's
up.
point of view. The video that
I
Ellie
forgot
did.
to add that in. Yeah. So when we cleaned that up, we were looking at 16 bags.
It was no, it wasn't. It was
18 trash bags.
18 bags of toilet paper in our yard.
Well, we didn't actually buy any more toilet paper from the first night.
That's true.
Like Carson, he was the one who got all the toilet paper. He army crawled through your yard to go steal it from your house in the middle of the day.
Is that a crime?
Yeah, and he stole it from their laundry basket.
Okay, we're going to spin this a little bit, okay? So this has been all about the toilet paper wars, okay, in Bethlehem. But if you look at this, so we're going to try to make this a little spiritual a little bit, okay?
Oh.
So I know it may be a little bit of a stretch.
At least said oh.
It may be a little bit of a stretch, but so each time we rolled the yard, the amount of toilet paper grew, the amount of TP grew. We'd pick up the mess we had before us and used it with what we had to add, and it would come back to us greater than before. The toilet paper, like what we gave, it multiplied, okay? And God is a God of multiplication. This is all just a little. It's a lesson.
Goodness.
It's not related to toilet paper, but
I felt
God is a
something.
God of multiplication. So Rick Warren, a quote of his, if you give him your time, he multiplies it. If you give him your money, he multiplies it. If you give him your talent, he multiplies it. If you give him your energy, guess what? Guess what? He multiplies it, yes. 2 Corinthians 9:6-7. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver.
You done set Brother V up for success this morning.
What is it?
Say you done set Brother V up for success this morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so next year, we're celebrating the church's 80th anniversary. Each generation has given of their talents, and we've taken up the mantle and gone further and further with the help of the Lord. Our future is far greater and bigger than I'm sure anybody could have dreamed of in 1945. Like, just look at our new building. Did they imagine having that from a little schoolhouse? Yeah, I don't think so. So we got to keep giving of our time, our gifts, efforts to the kingdom, and the Lord will continue to bless and multiply. There is a war going on. It's a spiritual war. Okay, it's not a toilet paper war. It's a spiritual war.
It's
Okay,
toilet paper too, but
yeah.
spiritual.
I mean, in
we're the
October it might be a
troops.
little bit of a toilet paper war, but there is a war going on. It's a spiritual war. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And if we're going to win, we got to put on the whole armor of God. Okay. And then verse 13 says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. So if you ask your children that have come to the church all about this, they're going to know all about it, because I believe last month they actually had a big unit learning about the armor of God. In these last days, we must go to war together, pursuing multiplication. Taking it back, so I did a little quote of Rick Warren's. Rick Warren, who we quoted a minute ago, I believe helped start Celebrate Recovery. And much like Be Free has done for our local community and church, it led to a revival. He said during the 10-week series he preached to kick off that program of Celebrate Recovery, their attendance grew by over 1,500. Our current revival season that we're in at Bethlehem Church in this community I believe has been driven by our addiction recovery program and reaching those that a lot of churches have given up on and they don't reach. So we're seeing God's blessings, and he's not done. It's just going to get bigger and better from here. So it's multiplication. Didn't think of that with toilet paper, but it gets there. If you stretch a little bit, you can get there.
Speaking of conjoining, we actually all conjoined forces the last time, so we became unified.
We did. We unified.
So the war is over.
We're all friends again.
Yes.
I think we're more
we're
on
both
ceasefire
together.
October
than
is over.
over.
The toilet paper war is over.
It's over?
But the spiritual war.
Never mind.
Okay.
Ethan said,
So
don't change the
good.
topic.
Do y'all
So-
realize?
So, I could tell my co-host wanted to enlist in the war next year. How does he sign up
What now? Say it again.
for the TP war?
Oh, bro, I'm like,
See me.
bro.
Just see me.
Yeah.
I think you're a little old to be
listen.
drafted.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not
Let
sure.
me tell you something. I am like sergeant at arms of TP. Like y'all don't want this. I'm just letting y'all know y'all don't
wouldn't
want
take
this.
that.
Y'all's house didn't get it one time this year.
It's because
The
I mean,
dogs.
that says something.
just saying. They know who the master is.
It's because
They
we
don't
know
want
you'll
poke
come
the
out
bear.
their house.
They don't want poke
We
the bear.
don't want them coming out.
We already
We
have
don't
one
get caught.
crazy.
Jump that rabbit if you want to, Sir Bobby. Jump it if you want to. Yeah.
This will go over into November.
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Well, listen.
No.
The toilet paper
You have
war
a dog at
has
your
brought
house,
out
don't you?
a devotion out of Brother Ethan on the live stream. That's huge, bro. I'm
Dude,
proud of
that's-
you.
Let's
That
do
was
it
good.
again. We need more of these
That was good.
devotions.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you all for joining us.
Yes.
We love it. It's been fun. It's just this is like an unedited version of the morning show, which
Yeah.
most of them are always unedited. But
Yeah.
this is like behind the scenes of what you get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's been fun. Thank y'all so much for coming and sharing. It's always a pleasure to have you on, Bobby. This is the quietest I think I've ever seen you.
Wow.
Yeah. Could it be the uncomfortableness of that seat you're in? Maybe.
You don't want me to talk about the seat.
That's so good. Anyways, we love you all. Bobby, won't you carry us out?
God bless us, everyone.
Lord.
Yes. Again, A Christmas Carol, December 6th and 7th.
There
Tickets
you
are
go.
on sale.
There you go.
Do not forget it. Get your tickets. Brother Ethan, remind us, where can we get our tickets at?
Eventbrite. We've been posting last, I think, couple days, so we'll post again. So if you just look at Bethlehem Church Facebook, you'll see post with a link. Also, if you go to our website, bethchurch.org, on the top, you'll see A Christmas Carol, and the information's there as well.
Sounds good. Well, guys, they're going to have their TP war next year. Y'all need to drop in the comments who y'all think is going to win next year, who's going to get more of the toilet paper, however this works. But we enjoyed having our guests. Leave them a comment. Leave them a shout-out. We have prayer at 9:30 and be here for church at 10. We love you guys.